My name is Tristan, and I am here with some housing market headlines for the week of February 3rd. So let's talk about housing affordability because it's gotten pretty bad over the past 5 years. We are seeing historic shortages of homes, although January has seen a tick up of homes for sale, but the prices are still high and the mortgage rates are really high. So if you've been feeling priced out of the market, trust me, you are not alone, which is why I'm going to be doing some free webinars that are specifically to help you find the right price in this market for you. So this week, President Trump has announced new tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China, and experts are warning that this could drive up prices even more because a huge amount of our supplies come from, especially Canada, lumber, appliances come from Mexico. And so if these materials get more expensive, then those costs are going to trickle down to home buyers. That makes sense, right? This also means that construction costs are going to go up. And guess who's going to be feeling it? The home buyers for sure. So now we are going to have already high mortgage rates and more expensive costs to build or to remodel. Let's break it down a little bit about how it is going to affect you. More expensive materials equal higher home prices. And if inflation spikes, mortgage rates could stay high even longer. We are already in a housing affordability crisis, and this could make it even worse. Experts are saying we might see slower home construction and mortgage rates not budging. So what does this mean if you're planning to buy a home in 2025, or you just want to buy a home because you just are ready in your heart to buy a home? Well, it's going to mean strategic planning for you and understanding the market in a very minute way. The other thing we need to think about is mortgage rates. And I'm sure if you are thinking about buying a house or making any kind of move, or even curious about what's going on in the economy, because mortgage rates affect all of us and interest rates, well, they have not moved at all, as we all know. And let's just say we may be settling at this price for a while. The average year fixed mortgage rate was hovering around 6.5%. We saw jumbo rates about 7.75%, like 7.36. The 15-year fixed rate inched up to 5.88%, rising 1 basis point. So we're seeing small movements, but we're also not seeing it come down. They are pretty stable, but they're just not where affordability is easy for people right now. This could mean a holding pattern for home buyers. Rates aren't spiking, but they're not dropping either. So we have to start to think about affordability and what looks like for you. If you're waiting for a major dip before buying, it's not probably going to happen anytime soon. Does that mean you should not buy a house? Absolutely not. If you can afford the payments, you're going to build equity versus just paying your landlord. So that's a whole other conversation we talk about all the time. Remember, there's so many tax write-offs as well. There's a lot of intangible benefits about owning a home, as well as the tangible benefits of it being your own home. So when you're looking at mortgage rates, focus on locking a rate that works in your budget and then negotiate where you can. A lot of mortgage lenders are really helping and giving some kickbacks towards closing costs, different ways to make this a little bit more palatable to home buyers. Sellers are more flexible than they were a year ago. If you're seeing a home sit on the market, it might be a time to give them a lower offer. So don't be afraid to throw out offers that work for you. All that can happen is the seller says no, not a huge deal, right? Now, if you're looking to refinance, I would just say hold on. There's probably no reason for you to refinance unless you need to pull some money out of your house because you have high equity and maybe you want to get a second on the house. So that's a totally different thing than refinancing. Most people are not going to be refinancing right now, so just wait that out. Experts say we're going to stay in this mortgage rate section for a while. The Fed announced that until inflation gets down below 2%, which we were at 2.9 at their last meeting, they're not going to make a move, or if the job sectors go down, which they're both up. So I would say, we got to keep waiting, but don't let this put your dreams on hold. It's really not worth it for the long term. And that's really how you have to think about when you are buying a home or selling a home. This is a long-term investment for you. Please join me on my upcoming webinar this month, February. and you will learn tips and tricks about how to make buying a house more affordable for you this year, and then also how to find a house that really, really aligns with you. And if you have any questions, please leave me a comment below. I always love to connect with you, and thanks guys for watching.